Hi everyone. Thank you for hopping on and having a look at our event tonight. We really love sharing our program and our nutritional support products that go with that program. And so tonight, basically, you're just going to hear a few stories from some of our beautiful team that started as customers, their experience with the program. And also we're just gonna switch gears a little bit and change to the business side of things and hear some beautiful shares about how lives have been impacted so hugely by jumping on and partnering with the business and with the program. So I'm going to pass you over to Tanya, and she's going to share a bit more about our program and her experience on the program as well. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Sorry, my little finger's playing up. Sometimes it does that. Hi, as Maxine said, I'm Tanya, and I have been on the program and using the program now for 2.5 years. I won't share my story right now around how it's really supported my health in every possible way. But what I do really love is I love our program. I absolutely fell in love with it. And of course, for me, as soon as I saw it, it made complete sense to me. We've got 3 beautiful aspects to it, and I really am very much all about mind, body, and soul alignment and wellness. And I really do love that our program encompasses all of that. So it helps us really support our body on every level, and our mind and our soul as well, because all of you will know that, when you're out in one area, say, you're not feeling so healthy, or maybe you've got a whole lot of stuff going on in your head, that blocks you in every other area in your life, and it's really difficult for us to move forward at any point and to feel really good. So the whole idea of the program is to ensure that every part of us feels really good all the time, so that we know, and it gives us the tools so that we know if we ever feel not so good, we know exactly what to do to help us get back into that space where we're feeling really good around ourselves. So our beautiful program, it's called the Soul Project, and it encompasses, so what we do is we have 10-day challenges every single month where we detox in one of those areas. January, we had our body detox. Last month, we had our soul detox. And this month, right now, we have our mind detox. And, as a customer, you've actually got the option to use these resources anytime you want. And once you're actually in part of the program, you're actually part of the program for life. So it becomes a lifestyle. And that's what we really want to do, is we really want to teach people how to make this a lifestyle. It's sustainable. It helps us to set ourselves up for life, which I absolutely love about it. And let's face it, we're going to have times in our life where shit happens and we fall off, right? Whether it be our body, our mind, or our soul, at some point shit's going to happen and we're going to fall off. So this is a really good way to support us to stay back in it. So I'm also going to talk a little bit about our nutritional support. So we have our beautiful program, but we have our nutritional support that really aligns with our program really well. Because how many people really understand that fruits and veggies are good for us, right? Fruits and veggies are actually, there's research around it that says that fruits and veggies actually help our bodies to heal. They actually give us the nutrients that it needs for our bodies to heal properly, which is fantastic news. So that's essentially our body part of our program is all about eating a plant-based diet. That's really all it is. And what we've done is we're using Juice Plus products, which are micronutrients from fruits, veggies, and berries. So it's the same as what we're doing. And what we're doing is we are supporting our immune system. So we are supporting our immune system as well as, once your immune system is supported, then your whole body is balanced. And how many understand the link between gut health and mental health? There's a massive link around, it's huge correlation between the two. And so once we find that people improve their gut health along with their immunity, then your mental health also improves. It helps to balance you out. And so that's where these come in. So this is really great for our Mind, Body and Soul program as well, which is another reason why we use them. And these are essentially just 33 fruits, veggies and berries that have been pulverized. It's been the whole lot, the skins, the seeds, everything. It's been put, dehydrated at a really low temperature and popped into a vegan capsule, which enters our bloodstream within 7 minutes. It works on a cellular level, so it's not rocket science. It basically goes into your bloodstream. We have research that proves that it's actually absorbed by our body and it's actually used by our body. And that's the beautiful thing about these. You know, when we're looking at like a synthetic multivitamin or something, it's got tiny fraction of maybe the odd mineral and vitamin in it, maybe 20 at the most. And most of it is synthetic, so your body doesn't actually recognize it. It doesn't know what the hell it is. Whereas with these, there is thousands and thousands and thousands of phytonutrients in them, which your body recognizes straight away because it's food. It's plain and simple, it's food. And the other beautiful thing is they actually have a supplement food label, not a supplement label. So what is in here is food, and if you can eat this food, you can take these. So these are safe for everybody, which is just perfect. And the other thing that we have as well, along with our fruits, veggies and berries, is we have our Kids Chews. Now these are free. With every adult order, these chews are given to a child between the ages of 4 and 18 for up to 4 years, which is fantastic. It's part of our Family Healthy Starts study and program. And it means that with every child that goes onto the study, it just becomes a part of our study where they just essentially giving us feedback every year. And what they have found is they've found improvements in grades in school. They've noticed improvements in kids wanting to eat more fruits and veggies. Kids are seeing the doctor less and they're getting sick less. So that's amazing too. And I love that it's absolutely free. So, you know, we don't have a lot of nutritional support, but basically what we do have is really just the essentials for our body. It's enough to really support our body. Our fruits, veggies and berries support our immune system. And then we have our beautiful omegas, which is our, you know, fatty acids. And how many of us don't get enough fatty acids, right? These are amazing for our nervous system. So these are really supporting our nervous system, our adrenals. It's supporting us when we're under a lot of stress. So it's really helping us to respond really well to things that happen to us rather than react to things. It helps to keep our mood balanced. And what's so special about ours? Well, ours don't come from fish for a start, so they're all plant-based. They're 100% cold pressed. They go straight into, you know, they're efficient, so they work in your body, as opposed to fish oil, which is mostly hot pressed. And, you know, often it's highly toxic, so it doesn't actually work in your body the way it should be. But the other thing about these is they're actually a blend of 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So it's not just 3. And of course, the beauty of these is they're 100% sustainable. We're not actually touching the fish, which is high mercury anyway. And we're going straight to the plant source, which is great too. So there we are, supporting our immune system and our nervous system. And then we have our digestive system supported. So when we think about our digestive system, we're needing proteins, we're needing probiotics and prebiotics, right? This is what our beautiful shakes are. 2 yummy flavors, vanilla and chocolate, both 100% natural sourced. And they're essentially healthy fats, healthy carbs, and proteins. Now the proteins come 100% from plants and superfoods. And these, again, are full of pre and probiotics as well. So they're going to give your gut that really good bacteria that it needs to support the whole body, right? And then our beautiful micronutrients, feed those, right? They are the gut food. So these are really beautiful to be used. You can use them anyway, really. I mean, I love them in a smoothie. They're really nice in smoothies. They're great when you're on the run, if you're in a hurry and rushing out the door. If you're not someone who's really good at eating breakfast, these are fantastic. And these are also great for traveling. Mind you, at the moment, we're not really talking much about traveling, are we? But these are also an excellent source for things that are going on in the world at the moment, where food is becoming a bit of an issue, where there's a lot less of it. These are great, and the good thing about it is our company has well-stocked shelves, really highly stocked shelves. So these are readily available, and of course at the moment we have a special where there's $40 off for a 30-day supply of our chocolate ones. So wow, perfect time to be jumping onto that. So that's it really about the program. And really what I wanted to talk a little bit about was I just wanted to share my reason why I decided to join or become a part of this program and use it in my life. So I had been really unwell for about 4 years. I had quite a few things going on in my health. The biggest one was I had an autoimmune disorder which caused a lot of chronic pain every day, and I was also extremely exhausted, so I had adrenal fatigue, and I would really struggle to get through my day every day. It was really difficult for me to not go the whole day without a nano nap. And at the time I had been changing my diet anyway, so I was looking at the way I was living and eating. And I was trying all sorts of different supplements and treatments and therapies, and nothing seemed to be helping me. I took gluten out of my diet because I found that it was just, I was allergic to it. It was not helping my body. And I noticed a few small changes, but nothing really big. I still had a lot of issues there and a lot of pain and a lot of exhaustion. So when this program came into my life at the perfect time, really, I kind of felt like I'd tried everything and I didn't have any other options at that point. So, and what I found was, what I did was I really started looking at the way I was eating every single day. I looked at, the foods that I was eating, what was going in my body, high sugars, high processed foods, even, like carbs. I had a lot of those carbs that weren't actually plants. So I was eating a lot of high processed and high carb foods and high sugar foods without even realizing it. And so what our program does is it supports us to really look at what it is that we're eating. And along with our nutritional support, it gives us the healing that our body needs. It gives us, our body, the environment it needs to actually heal itself. And then, of course, with our mind and soul aspect as well, it also supports us to make those changes. Because I don't know so many people who actually found that, you can make food choices and you can start feeling healthier. But if you're not really changing the way you see food, your perception around it, and all the other things that you've brought with you, then it makes it really difficult for you to make those changes permanent. So that's why our program works so well for me. So now I have no chronic pain at all. I haven't now for, nearly 2.5 years, no chronic pain. And I just, from 4 days in, from 2 days in actually, my energy was amazing. I just found that I was bouncing out of bed, which just never happened, and really pushing myself to go to bed at 11 o'clock. And I'm just finding that I'm feeling so well now. I have so much energy, but I feel really well all the time. So, it's really rare for me now to get any kind of illness, and I don't visit the doctor like I was visiting the doctor every month. I hardly even see my doctor these days. So really, really love our program and what it's done for my health. I'm really sorry about that light, it's terrible. So I'm going to pass you on over now to Emma.
Hi everyone, sorry about that. Press the wrong button. Hi, I've been on the program for about 9 months now and taking the products. My health was a mess when I started. I had leaky gut, depression, anxiety, and I had major and minor panic attacks. So I was really quite unbalanced. I was working on my mind, but my health was really, really compromised. So I got a lot of bladder infections. I had chronic fatigue, headaches, migraine, bladder, constant like bloating and sort of pains in my tummy. My hair was falling out. I sometimes got migraines, which was not very nice. My skin was a mess. I had rosacea, eczema, and acne. And I was trying to work from the outside of my skin, but I didn't actually realise I needed to work on the inside. I was juicing every day because I do love fruit and veggies, but I found that I just wasn't eating enough on a regular basis. And this program's helped me make some massive changes to my health, my kids' health too. We are not only eating better, but we're exercising more. I just love the way I feel now. I just feel so much more motivated and energized every day. I don't get chronic fatigue like I used to. I haven't had a bladder infection, or I haven't been to my doctor pretty much since I started. I haven't been back to my doctor, so that's pretty cool. And I was also able to come off my antidepressants, which I was stoked about. I'd been on them for 5 years. So I'm feeling really balanced today, a lot more grounded. Working on my mind, body, and spirit has just really changed my life. And yeah, I just couldn't be happier. And I've got happier kids to go with that. So life's pretty good for us. So now I'm going to pass you on over to Kieran.
Hi guys, I'm Kieran. Thank you, Emma, for your awesome share. Just going to switch gears for a minute here, and I would like to share the business side of the story. I came into the Juice Plus family and the Mind Body Soul project as a big skeptic. I am a typical 9-to-5 grinder, trying to fit everything into life and working a 40-hour week, although it always seemed to be a lot longer in the industries that I was in, working 24/7. And when I heard about this opportunity, I thought it was too good to be true, to be honest. So it took me a while to get into the swing of things, but after being in now about 15 months, it is the best decision that I have ever made. This company is amazing. It is allowing me not only to be surrounded by an amazing community of empowered people who are compassionate, who are heart-centered and driven to make a difference in everybody's lives, but it's allowing me to dream again and to fulfill what I want to do in my life. In the regular 9-to-5 scheme of traditional jobs, you know, we go for a promotion, we come in at a certain level, we go for promotions, and if we're lucky, we get it. But sometimes you have outside influences and people applying for jobs, and I've been in the position where you apply for something and you don't get it. So again, with the company, with Juice Plus and the partnership, this is offering us as individuals our own business. We are the CEO of our company, and we can go as far up the ladder, so to speak, as we want to, and we can bring other people on and lift them up to where they need to be as well. I love the fact that also I'm still working 9-to-5, but this opportunity and this gift is allowing me to do it in the time that I need, so that I can transition out of the daily life of 9-to-5 or the traditional side and go full time into being the CEO of my company. Right along with it, it's also allowing me to spend more time with my family. I've been overseas for a long time, so now I can pick and choose when I get to work, and you know, have a laptop and can go where I need to and work remotely should I choose to. It's also an amazing company because we get a lot of training and coaching, and in the outside traditional world, that kind of thing would cost a lot of money. So I'm really looking forward to my future. I'm looking forward to being empowered, to owning my own home, and to retirement and having residual income, because that's what the gift is. Part of this gift is having a residual income, and more importantly, being able to pass down a legacy to my nieces and nephews so that their future is solidified and they won't have to worry about money and have the financial freedom to be able to do what they need to do. So just a little tidbit of my story. I'm ecstatically happy that I made that decision. This big old skeptic's turned into a really cool boss lady and working towards my dreams and goals. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'm going to pass you on to Rachel.
Hi everybody, so as Karen said, I'm Rachel. So a little bit about my business story. Before I came into the business, I had previously worked in retail. I'd been in retail at the time, I've been in retail 2.5 years. I was stuck in a company where I was told that basically every time I went for a promotion, I was not back and told, no, you can't do it, you're not good enough. But then every time they lost an employee and they needed me to do a job that was above my level, so to speak, I was expected to do their work, and I could do it, and I could do it all the time. As well as that, it was a really competitive environment. I was competing, well, not so much me, but I had other staff members competing against me all the time, trying to snatch sales. It was getting quite nasty. I'm not a kind of person, I don't like confrontation. It was getting quite uncomfortable to work in that kind of environment. To me, we all work as a team and we all should strive to work together in unity. So that was really, really hard, and I was really struggling. So I took on this opportunity 7 months ago, and it has opened huge doors for me. I absolutely love what I do. I love being able to help people live a healthier life. I love that I can work my own hours. It's also giving me the freedom to start saving to get a house for me and my dogs, which is amazing. That's something that's one of my big goals. But not only that, but it's opened up the time for me. I can work wherever I like now and whenever I please. So it means that I can be out running the dogs at night and also working on my business at the same time. I can just stop in the middle and just go, hang on, I've just got to reply to this, and I can be doing my work while I'm doing the things I love. As well as all the amazing training that we get. I had, in my previous job, I had virtually no training. I started a week before Christmas and I got thrown in on the deep end. I had pretty much no training. I just did it on the job as I went. But yeah, I absolutely love this company and where it's taking us, and the family and the surroundings, and the fact that everyone is bringing each other up is amazing. So I'm going to hand you back to Maxine now, and she's going to share a little bit of her story with us.
Hi, thank you, Rachel. I think everybody who looks at this has a really different why for what made them jump in and get excited about this business. From my own point of view, I'm a nurse, and I was very dissatisfied in that career. It was a very ambulance at the bottom of the hill type of career, a lot of use of medication and not much prevention in my view. So I eventually moved into becoming a natural health practitioner, which was better because I was working more in alignment with how I wanted to work with people. But I still kind of felt like I wanted a different kind of entrepreneurship where I was my own boss, where I had my own time. I mean, even when I was in private practice, it still felt very much like a job that I had to show up to all day, every day. And so the things I really loved about this business were the fact that it was prevention, very much the first step of prevention, which in my view is nutrition and getting the body into a healthy, resilient state. To me, if you don't do that, then there's not a lot of point doing anything else. Not much else. Everything else is just you're going to be working against that. So That was a huge one for me. And the second one was I loved the freedom and the ability that I would have going forward to build more and more freedom into my life, as well as develop a bigger and bigger income as time went on. So ultimately, you know, at my stage of life, you know, looking towards early retirement, to have a passive income and an income that I could rely on going into that retirement phase, this is fantastic. You know, to me it was just exactly what I was looking for, something that would, you know, relieve me of having to go to a job every day in, you know, in a certain money per hour, and that was it capped. You know, this opportunity is brilliant from the point of view of just being able to grow a really good foundation for the rest of my life. So, I mean, basically, whatever your reason for, you know, wanting to up-level your health and up-level your abundance and your whole life, there's something in this opportunity that can do all of those things. And do get in touch with whoever put you in front of this video, get your questions answered. We're all very transparent. You know, there's nothing here to hide. Any information that you need will be provided to you, and hopefully you'll make a really great decision as well. Thanks for listening.